From the Newstalk ZB newsroom, this is Newsfix.
In this update, firefighters have extinguished a fire on the third floor of a multi-storey building in Wellington's Willis Street. Assistant Commander Matt Franklin says no one was home in the apartment where the blaze broke out just after 2:30 this afternoon. He says crews have been ventilating smoke from all levels. Fire investigators are working to establish the origin and cause of the fire. Community housing provider Te Toi Mahana says their teams are providing support to affected tenants. A temporary relief station is open at the Central Park Community Room. The government's calling on Australians to come across the Tasman to visit us and enjoy an off-season holiday. It's launched a $500,000 tourism campaign called Everyone Must Go. The number of visitors from Australia is still just 88% of pre-COVID levels. Prime Minister Chris Luxon says there's room for more Australians to come here during the so-called shoulder season. Mr Luxon says airlines and accommodation providers have plenty of capacity to handle extra travellers. Labour's leader has labelled anti-LGBTQ protests pathetic. People linked to Destiny Church stormed a children's drag event at a West Auckland library yesterday, leading to some 30 people being barricaded inside. Later, police intervened when a group disrupted last night's Pride Parade festivities on Ponsonby Road with a haka. Chris Hipkins says we have free speech in New Zealand, but it's not that.
That sort of behaviour isn't an exercise of free speech, actually. It's shouting other people down and stopping them, doing what they're free to do in a democratic country like New Zealand.
Today, the big gay out's been underway in Auckland's Coyle Park. It usually draws politicians from both sides of the aisle and often includes the sitting PM. When Chris Luxon attended last year, he left after being confronted by Gaza protesters. And he's not gone there today, but says he enjoyed his last visit and supports the Burnett Foundation's cause. That's news. In sport, New Zealand Rugby CEO Mark Robinson believes Joe Schmidt won't be lost to Australian rugby when he steps down as head coach at the end of the Rugby Championship. Schmidt was initially contracted until the end of the British and Irish Lions series, but extended for a further 3 months. While no official announcement's been made about his future, Robinson believes Schmidt's focus won't return to opportunities on this side of the Tasman.
I think it's been a signal, and it's been worked through that Joe will stay on in some capacity with Rugby Australia from what I can gather.
Taranaki's enjoyed its first successful defence of cricket's Hawke's Cup since 1995. The challenge by Hamilton ended in a draw in New Plymouth, with Taranaki winning on the first innings. Adelaide has fought off interest from rival Australian cities to remain host of a live golf tournament until at least 2028. That's sport. I'm Joe Gilfillan.
For more news, listen to Newstalk ZB live on iHeartRadio.